Have you ever wondered what you really are? Not your body, not your thoughts, but that invisible point of awareness that is hearing these words right now. Consciousness. It's closer than your breath, yet it slips away from any instruments, formulas, or measurements. What if everything you see, feel, and know is only a tiny reflection of a vast ocean of consciousness you are connected to? And now imagine that this ocean has no limits. Consciousness is the greatest mystery of our existence. Science calls it a product of the brain. Philosophers see it as the foundation of reality. Mystics as the gateway to the immortal soul. But the truth is, no one can give a final answer as to what it really is. We know how to measure temperature, the speed of light, or the mass of a star. But how do you measure that which experiences measurement? How do you place infinity in a test tube? From ancient times, sages have said, "Know yourself and you will know the universe." Consciousness is the very tool through which we perceive everything, from the color of the sunrise to the taste of your favorite food, from joy to pain. Without it, there is no world, no us. But the deeper we look into its nature, the more we realize it does not simply belong to us. Perhaps we belong to it. Modern neuroscience tries to describe consciousness through the electrical activity of neurons. Psychology studies it through behavior and perception. But mystics say, consciousness is not a function of the brain. The brain is only a receiver, like a radio. The waves of the ether exist by themselves, and the receiver simply tunes into them. And here is the big question. If consciousness is not limited to the brain, does that mean it can exist outside the body? You've probably heard of phenomena that science cannot yet explain. Children's memories of past lives, mystical revelations in dreams, visions during near-death experiences. All of these stories have one thing in common, an experience that goes beyond the boundaries of the material world. For a skeptic, this is coincidence or imagination. For a believer, it's a tiny window into something greater. Consciousness is not just thoughts. It also experiences the silence between thoughts. It remains unchanged when the body changes, when emotions come and go, when time carries away entire chapters of your life. Everything you have ever experienced happened within consciousness. And here's the paradox. We try to measure it while being inside it, like a fish trying to measure the ocean without ever leaving it. But maybe the path is not to measure, but to realize. If you have ever felt a moment of deep stillness when there are no thoughts, no emotions, only pure presence, you have already touched its nature. In that moment, there is no past or future, no fear or desire. There is only awareness, like light that illuminates everything, yet never changes itself. Across religious and esoteric traditions of many cultures, we encounter the same images: light, emptiness, infinity, love. Buddhists call it the nature of mind. Christians call it spirit. Sufis call it the inner heart. All these words point to the same thing, the source from which everything is born and to which everything returns. If consciousness is the source, then the question, can it be measured, becomes another. Who will do the measuring? Because everything we call measurement already happens within it. It's like trying to weigh a scale or see an eye without a mirror. Some scientists still try. They study brain states during deep meditation, use quantum physics to understand how reality depends on the observer. Some research suggests that the act of observation can influence the outcome of an experiment. This means your consciousness is not a passive spectator. It's an active participant in creating reality. And if that's true, maybe your thoughts and feelings shape the world far more than you imagine. Now imagine that consciousness is not only what you are, but also what connects you to every being, every star, every atom. In this understanding, you have never been alone. We are all different expressions of one great awareness. And if you learn to see yourself not as a separate personality, but as part of this infinite network, your life will change. You will stop fearing the end because you'll understand. What you are at the deepest level cannot disappear. Now ask yourself, who would you be if every morning you woke up knowing that you are not a body, not a name, not a story, but pure consciousness experiencing this world? How would your life change? Your decisions, your fear of the future? Share in the comments your own understanding. What does the word consciousness mean to you? Do you think it can be measured, or do you believe it lies beyond any science? Consciousness is the greatest miracle available to each of us right now. You cannot buy it, sell it, or lose it. It is your true nature. And the deep. Are you look into it, the clearer you see. Measurements and definitions are needed only by the mind. But consciousness itself is free from all boundaries. It was there before you were born, and it will remain after this world fades away. Remember, you are not a small observer in a vast universe. You are the universe itself, observing through your eyes. If these words sparked something inside you, subscribe to my newsletter. There, we will continue the journey within in search of answers that can change your life and perhaps reality itself.